Fellas, ladies, you looking for lotions? You looking for beard oils? But unfortunately, everything you get from mainstream got chemicals in it and they're probably killing you? No problem, we got you. Go check out my people from Top to Bottom Hair and Skincare. That's Top to Bottom Hair and Skincare. www.top2bottom, BOTTU, the U is for unique, M.com. Tell them I sent you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you for tuning in to another episode of Unfiltered Sports. If you were loud then, when they were losing, be louder when they're winning. Let's keep that same energy, keep that same mindset. Let's start holding players, teams, analysts, and fans accountable for their past takes. This segment brings receipts, it brings exposing flip-flops, bandwagoners, it brings premature slander and overreactions into the spotlight. It's part comedy, part accountability, but it's all unfiltered. Again, I want to thank you all for joining us here on Unfiltered Sports, right? And so, one of the things that I want to talk about is how everybody hates on Jalen Hurts. For whatever reason, everybody just hates on Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts can have the best game of his life. He won the Super Bowl. He had a new offensive coordinator every single season of his football career. And people say, oh, he's not a good quarterback. He's not this. He's not that. But Jalen Hurts has put the Philadelphia Eagles on his back time and time again. Some people will even say that he's not even top 5 quarterback of the NFL today. Some people might even argue that he's not even a top 10 quarterback of today's football. But I'm here to tell you, I believe that Jalen Hurts is a top 5 quarterback. And I believe that Jalen Hurts is a top 10 quarterback. The way that he handles himself, he carries himself, the accountability, everything is there. But you guys don't see it. There's one game that I can remember where he had, 85 yards? 85 yards, I think it was. And let's look at Drake May, for example. And one, I think it was the AFC Championship game. He only had 85 yards or somewhere along those lines, but he didn't play good at all. Like, not at all. But why not keep that same energy? Nobody's talking about Drake now that he lost the Super Bowl. But Jalen Hurts lost the Super Bowl 3 years ago now. And then 2 years later came back and won it. So, do you think Drake May is capable of doing the same thing that Jalen Hurts has done? If Drake had to play with a new offensive coordinator every single year, could he do the same thing that Jalen Hurts has done and won the Super Bowl? But not only win the Super Bowl, but get the Super Bowl MVP. Is it possible? There's only 4 quarterbacks that have reached the Super Bowl for the first time and lost that have come back to the Super Bowl again and won. But why so low? You made it to the Super Bowl once, you can't make it back again? You're that good of a quarterback that you can't lead your team back to the Super Bowl? Interesting. But y'all say that Jalen Hurts is trash. Jalen Hurts is getting the accolades of Tom Brady right about now. And y'all talk about Jalen Hurts is trash? Come on now. Get out of here. You gotta be kidding me. he's trash? Doubtful. Very doubtful. See, it's crazy because when the Eagles went on that 3-game losing streak, what happened? Everybody's, Jalen Hurts is garbage. He can't do this, man. He need to be let go. He need to be traded. No, his offensive coordinator was trash. And more power to Miami for picking him up. Hence, we got that Miami Dolphins fan in the chat that's always trash talking anybody from Philadelphia. Drake May will never be better than Jalen Alexander Hurts. Ever. See, I can get that through your head now. Ever. And the fact that Miami, who is trash, by the way, picked up the same offensive coordinator that the Philadelphia Eagles fired for losing 3 games in a row, because all he has in his playbooks is a run, punt, pass, run, punt. Jalen Hurts is an RPO quarterback. If you let him run the offense, being in an RPO, out of the shotgun, I guarantee you he's going to continue to be successful in the NFL. The fact that we got a Miami Dolphins fan in the chat talking about people are delusional, but what is your quarterback doing right now? What is your quarterback doing right now? I'm sorry. The last time I checked, your quarterback was being hit and put on his back pocket. And every time he got hit and put on his back pocket, what happened? His hands froze up. He looked like the guy from Scary Movie where he talked about grab my strong hand. That's what Tua looked like every time he got put on his back pocket. Miami is garbage. Not to mention, y'all let Cheetah get hurt. So now y'all going to be like Dallas and tank the season? No, just admit it. Y'all are garbage, trash, whatever you want to call it. That's what Miami is, trash. So let's get that out of here. The Steelers? No, never. I don't see it happening. The Bengals will make it to the Super Bowl before the Steelers win another Super Bowl. Just saying. Steelers let their 4th head coach go, which was, respectful. It was about that time anyway. It was about time he was stepping down. But he held the realm of that organization for a really long time. And all respect goes off to Mike Tomlin. But will the person that's replacing him do as good as he did? I don't think he's leading into a Super Bowl anytime soon. Sorry, Steelers fans. Womp, womp, womp. Man, y'all need more than just a new QB. Even with your new head coach coming in, y'all need a miracle. Don't care what you say. Y'all need a miracle to pull this off. Whenever you just come to your senses and realize, that's what they all say. That is what they all say. Oh, we rebuilding. This is our rebuilding year. Trust the process. Oh, we doing this. Oh, we doing that. Man, just accept the fact that your team is garbage and it will never be good. Man, you could take that $2 and put it in stock and I'll take it because I'm going to win. Put it in some Shiba Inu for me. I'll take it. I'm telling you, because I'm going to win. Right? But y'all talked all that trash about Jalen Alexander Hurts. Oh, the tush push is a cheating move. That's all y'all know how to do. Tush push this, tush push that. Jalen Hurts is a running back first. He's not even a real quarterback. Blah, blah, blah. But then when other teams started to master the tush push, oh, yeah, I like it. I like it. Let's keep it. Let's keep it. No, don't ban it. Don't do this. Don't do that. Let's keep the same energy when y'all try to do the same thing that we did. Let's not forget the fact that when the Eagles played New England in the Super Bowl, and New England ran the same play, the Philly special, and Tom Brady dropped it. He was wide open, but he dropped it. Butterfingers. But then Nick Foles came and did what? Called the same play. 4th and 1, called the same play. And what happened? Touchdown. Nick Foles. Oh, that's right. The Philadelphia Eagles won the Super Bowl. That's what happened. Where's Miami at? Oh, they went to Cancun. My bad. Get out of here. Garbage. Oh, no, y'all can't be like the Sixers and talk about trust the process. No. We know who trusts in the process right now? The New York Jets. You know who trusts in the process right now? Tennessee. The Raiders. They're trusting the process right now. Miami, there's no hope for y'all. You wannabes. The Eagles running out of money? That's why they need that Shiba Inu to keep buying more. That's all I'm saying, man. They going to need it. That's what I'm saying. But in other news, baseball. The Philadelphia Phillies release Nick Castellanos. That came to a shocker to me. I didn't realize this. I didn't pay much attention to baseball last year, but I know there was an incident in Miami where Nick and the coach got into it, and they pulled him for the rest of that game and then benched him the next day. And so I know in one of the letters that he wrote, he talked about how he had a bear in his hand, and he's thankful for his friends and teammates for taking that bear out of his hand because he was ready to drink that beer in front of their face in the dugout. So I thought it was crazy, but obviously, like, there was some bad blood there. It was time for him to get up and go. It was, interesting, but all good things must come to an end. And I think the Phillies will still be pretty decent even with him gone. So honestly speaking, I think that the Phillies are going to go back to the World Series. And that's my hot take right there. The Phillies are going back to the World Series. The Pirates, trash. Remember, we talked about this on Tuesday. The last time the Pirates went to the World Series was when? 1979. That was the last time they went to the World Series. Actually, let me double check my facts because I could be wrong. 1979, I believe it is. But again, that's still a long time. Pittsburgh Pirates. Because, that's trash. But I don't see the Pittsburgh Pirate fan on here represent his team right now. So, it can't really. Yep, 1979 was the last time that they were in the World Series and won it. That's just crazy. I think they just trash. They want to be like Philadelphia so bad, but not everybody could be like Philadelphia, in my opinion. I'm just saying. Who are they letting down? They not letting anybody down because geographically we got fans all over this place. So they not letting anybody down. But your geographics is still crazy. We still looking at this obtuse triangle that you got going on here, man, because you're telling you it's like I don't know what you had going on here. You got PA, you got Florida, you got all the way over here. Like, bro, it's isosceles triangle something. That thing is crazy. Man, I feel sorry for you, Ben. I really do. But every time you get on here, you got to make me laugh. I appreciate it. We got to get you here on Unfiltered Sports one day and see what you really about live in person instead of talking behind the chat, because it's going to be interesting. The Pirates is trash. It is even worse that when I used to travel through Pittsburgh and spend a night in a hotel to drive to and from Ohio, I would stay at the hotel right across the street from the stadium, and they would have games. And I would just watch it from the window. But it was so boring that I would just go do something else after 5-10 minutes. They're not entertaining at all. Sad to say. It is what it is. I would rather go into Baltimore and watch the Baltimore O's play than go into Pittsburgh and watch the Pirates play. I would rather go into Chicago and watch the Cubs play. Better yet, I would go into Chicago and watch the White Sox play rather than going into Pittsburgh and watching them sorry clowns play. Because they're just not that good. It is what it is. Like, what do you want? But it's time to call out some people. I like to call out some people. And I've been calling out this Miami fan, this Pittsburgh Pirate fan, this Golden State Warriors fan for a long time. But the fact that a lot of people, and I've already said this before, a lot of people think that Jalen Hurts isn't a good quarterback. It's crazy. It's wild. Because how isn't Jalen Hurts not a good quarterback? His stats speak volume. He carries the team. He had a new offensive coordinator every single year that he has played in the NFL. But he's trash. Do you know how hard it is to adapt to a new play caller every single year after you just got used to the last play caller? It's very hard. Just saying. I want to give some props though, because this is funny too. Like, I got to give props to that team over there in New York, the New York Knicks. Is who I'm giving props to. And the reason I'm giving props to the New York Knicks is because they beat the bricks off the Philadelphia 76ers last night. It was bad. They beat the bricks off of them. Let me see what that score was, that final score, because it was bad. They beat the Philadelphia 76ers 138 to 89. 138 to 89. So huge props to the New York Knicks. Huge props. The crazy thing is that their star point guard didn't really do much. Jalen Brunson did not do much. The fact of this is that, real fast, back to Jalen Hurts though, is that you think that he's bought and paid, but you can't hold him for how good his agent is. His sports agent got him at one point in time the highest paid contract in the National Football League. And then what happened? Lamar Jackson got his agent to get him the highest contract, and then it just kept going. It's like, well, if Jalen Hurts got this contract, then I deserve this. Well, if Lamar Jackson got this contract, then I deserve this. Well, if he got this contract, then I deserve this. Like, it's crazy. But huge props to the Knicks, like I said, for beating the brakes off the Sixers. To know that, let's look at that box score. The first quarter, it was 36-23 New York. Second quarter was 36-19 New York. Third quarter, 32-29 New York. And the fourth quarter, 34-18 New York. The records are pretty decent, both teams. Sixers are 30-24. The Knicks is 35-25. But we look at player stats, and like I was saying, is that their best players really didn't do much. Maybe some, but not all. You had Josh Hart, who only had 6 points in 29 minutes. You had Shamet, who only had 9 points in 24 minutes. Brunson, who only had 8 points in 30 minutes. Then you look at Mikal Bridges, who had 22 points in 29 minutes. You had Cat, who had 21 points in 26 minutes. And then you look at their bench, where you had Diawara, however you say his name, but he had 14 points. Alvarado had 26 points. And Robinson had 11 points. But the Sixers played like trash last night. And for you to think the Warriors and their, well, I don't even say generation, but in the stage that they're in right now, the conditions that they're in right now, that they're going to beat the brakes off the Sixers like that, I'm going to tell you what Stephen A. Smith have told them a long time ago. You need to stay off the weed. You are on something, Ben. I don't know what you're on, but you're on something. The fact that you think the Warriors and their condition that they're in right now is going to beat the brakes off the Sixers like this, it's not happening. I think you like you like Max Kellerman probably. When Max said, with the fate of the universe on the line, a game-winning shot, who do you want? Who do you want taking a game-winning shot with the fate of the universe on the line? And he said, Andre Iguodala over Steph Curry. Ben, that's you. That is you. You are Max. But you're crazy. That's all I'm saying. What's going on, Mental Raccoon? How's it going? I appreciate you guys for joining in on the chat. Bro, Ben, Maxey is good. VJ Edgecombe is good. What are you talking about? Do you not know who's on the Sixers right now? Kelly Oubre is good. So we talking about anybody on the Sixers that's good other than Tyrese Maxey? Yes, VJ Edgecombe is good. Like, it's simple. Obviously, you can't say Paul George because Paul George is suspended for 25 games. So, and who else do the Sixers really have right now? Let's look at it right now. Let's look at their roster right now to date that they had in that game yesterday. They had Kelly Oubre, who only scored 2 points in 30 minutes. They had Barlow, who only scored 13 points in 31 minutes. Bona, who had 6 points in 23 minutes. Maxey, Tyrese Maxey, who had 32 points in 32 minutes. And you talking about he's not good? You're smoking. You're smoking. BJ Edgecombe, who had 14 points. You had Edwards, who only had 4 points. Drummond, who only had 2 points. It don't matter about saving the game. You're talking about he's trash. VJ had 14 points, and he's a rookie, and he's playing in the All-Star game side by side against who? None other than his teammate, Tyrese Maxey. A dynamic backcourt for the Philadelphia 76ers that's going to take them into the Eastern Conference Finals. So what are we talking about not good? By that time, you're going to have Joel Embiid back. You're going to have Paul George back. You're going to have VJ Edgecombe and Maxey. So like, what? Needs work where? The coaching staff? They need a better bench? But that's about it. They got rid of Gordon, Kyle Lowry. Like, in this generation, the way the NBA is played, everybody has to take a break. Nobody wants to play 82 games anymore. Back when Jordan and Kobe era, they played 82 games straight and did not complain about it at all. Nowadays, oh, my back hurt. Oh, this, that. I need to take a break. I'm sore. I'm not feeling it right now. Oh, my mental health. Oh, this, oh, that. I can't play 82 games. But see, people like you, Ben, who worship LeBron James, this is what we get. Softness, softness, softness. Tyrese Maxey and VJ Edgecombe as a dynamic backcourt for the Philadelphia 76ers will be rebuilt, and the franchise will be turned around those two young men. It's simple. They're going to get rid of Paul George. They're going to get rid of Joel Embiid. They're going to build around those two and make a dynamic team that's going to fit them. It's exactly what New York did. They kept Josh Hart. They kept Jalen Brunson. And what happened? They brought in Kyle Bridges. They brought in Karl Anthony Towns. They took Shamet, brought him in. What happened? Not to mention, I don't even think OG even played yesterday. And they still beat the bricks off the Sixers. That's the crazy part. I don't even think a lot of their good players even played. But let's keep that same energy, Ben. Keep that same energy. Keep that same energy. Because who's your favorite team in the is Golden State, right? So let's see who Golden State plays next. Let's see who Golden State plays next. Golden State Warriors played the San Antonio Spurs yesterday, and what happened? They lost 126 to 113. Keep that same energy, Ben, because your team lost as well. Let's see what your team did. Player stats for the Warriors. Moody, he has 17 points. Santos, He had how many points? 9 points. Draymond Green had 17 points. Melton had 17 points. Spencer had 9 points. Post had 12. Gary Payton had 10. Horford had 6. So keep that same energy. A loss is a loss, regardless of how little you lose by and how much you lose by. A loss is a loss. Your team lost, so your team is trash because they lost. They're not good. So what are you saying here? That because y'all lost by 13 points that y'all are decent? Get out of here. Let's see who y'all play next. Golden State Warriors schedule. Y'all play February 19th against the Boston Celtics at 10 o'clock. Man, oh man. Jason Tatum and Brown are about to tear y'all apart. I'm just saying, when we look at hockey, I am a Philadelphia Flyers fan. All around. That's all I know. It's Philadelphia Flyers. And honestly, I watched the Vegas Golden Knights. I watched the Anaheim Ducks. The reason I became a hockey fan was because of the Mighty Ducks, the movie. That is why I'm a hockey fan. But let's look at hockey really fast. The Flyers lost in overtime to the Senators Thursday, February 5th, 2-1. They beat the Capitals 2 days prior to that, 4-2. Lost to the Kings 3-2 prior to that. But the next time the Flyers play is versus the Washington Capitals, February 25th at 7 p.m. I'm going to watch that game for sure. I got to watch that game. That's going to be a good one to watch right there. I ain't going to lie. It's going to be a good one. See, I can tell you just don't even know sports or you don't even know what you're talking about because Mighty Ducks were good. They started out as D5 hockey. Not the best when they were D5, but turned it around. And guess what? They had Charlie Conway. They had Adam Banks. They had a lot of talented players. They had Jesse Hall, Reed Fulton. Like, the Mighty Ducks were decent. Then you look at when they actually played as the Mighty Ducks. And they added Kenny Wu, Julie the Cat Gaffney. They had Goldberg the goalie. They got Dean Portman. And then they beat Iceland to win the Olympic Games. Then they went in and played high school. And they won as a JV team versus the varsity team to prove they belong at Seton Hall Academy. The Flyers will always be my team, but I will always root for the Anaheim Ducks. And that is how they got their name anyway, based off the Mighty Ducks movie. That is why they're named the Anaheim Ducks. Come on now. Let's know your sports when you start talking, people. Please. Help me, please. Come on. Like, what are we talking about here? We just talking basura. We talking garbage out here, man. Y'all, this is funny. That's all I know. This is all I know. I know sports. But keep that same energy. You know sports? You know sports. All right, we're going to see if you know sports. Clear your calendar. First, put a profile picture on your page. Clear your calendar. Clear your calendar for Tuesday and Thursday of next week because we about to expose you live and see what you really know about sports. You're not even a true Dolphins fan. That's the problem, too. You're just a bandwagon. You flip-flopping so much. You're a Dan Marino fan, but he don't even play for the Dolphins anymore. So you just jumping from team to team all because they're doing good. That's all you know. That's all right, Ben. We're going to get you right. We're going to get you right. But don't switch up now. Like I said, you was loud talking about Jalen Hurts sucks this. Philadelphia Eagles suck. Sixers suck. Flyers suck. Phillies suck. Keep that same energy going when they win the NBA Finals, the Super Bowl, the World Series, and that Stanley Cup. See, not a lot of people know who the Spiegels are. I bet you Ben don't even know who they are. And I'm going to just tell you real fast, Ben, because you're just going to be wasting people's time at this point. But that's back when the Eagles and the Steelers combined teams because they ain't have enough players to fulfill a full season. The Detroit Pistons winning the championship this year. That is a good take. That is your take. That is a hot take. But I'm here to disagree with that take. I am here to disagree with that take. Y'all gonna let Tobias Harris hold y'all down over in Detroit. That's what's gonna happen. I'm telling you. I am telling you. That's what's going to happen. Just know it's not them. When we look at who's going to win the NBA Finals, let's see. I would give it to the Thunder to go back to the NBA Finals based off of their record. Not only just based off their record, but they're playing pretty decent basketball right now. And if we're looking at, excuse me, overall, this is going to be hard. I'm gonna put my neck on the line, and I'm gonna say that the New York Knicks has that opportunity to go back to the finals, or go to the finals, I should say. Man, I know about Veterans Stadium. That's what I know about. And now that it's no longer Veterans Stadium and it was knocked down, it's that Xfinity restaurant or whatever you want to call it. That's right there. See, I know a little bit about my history of Philadelphia sports. And now you got this it's no longer the Wells Fargo Center, it's the Xfinity Mobile Arena or something like that. But before it was the Wells Fargo Center, you had the Wachovia Center, and then right next to it you had the Spectrum. That's where the Flyers and the Phantoms used to play at. See, I know a little bit about my sports, man. But see, that's because I'm a true Philly fan. I know a little bit about the history of the teams that I actually root for and cheer for. But this guy over here, where his demographics, geographics, whatever you want to call them, he got the bottom of his triangle here, and then it goes here, and then there. I'm telling you. Bro, talk about Florida, Pennsylvania, California. All I'm saying is Ben THC needs to free up his schedule Tuesday and Thursday of next week to be here on the OG network when Unfiltered Sports is streaming. That's all I need to know. Are you going to stop hiding behind the comments in the comment section and jump in on the screen and go live with me here on Unfiltered Sports? But shout out to the few of y'all who don't fold, to the few of y'all that keep that same energy no matter when your team is losing and when your team is winning. Y'all are the real MVP. And just know, I own my bad takes when I say them. I'll let y'all know when I'm right and standing on business. I'll let y'all know when y'all narratives are lazy. But with that being said, everybody, thank you all for tuning in, because we know Ben won't tune in live in person Tuesday and Thursday next week. So I'm going to give y'all time back the rest of the day. And again, thank you for Unfiltered Sports for bringing the heat. Raw sports, raw takes, Unfiltered Sports here on the OG network. And with that being said, y'all have a great day. Have a good night. I'm out. See y'all tomorrow.
Fellas, ladies, you looking for lotions? You looking for beard oils? But unfortunately, everything you get from mainstream got chemicals in it and it's probably killing you? No problem, we got you. Go check out my people from Top to Bottom Hair and Skincare. That's Top to Bottom Hair and Skincare. www.top2bottom, BOTTU, the U is for unique, M.com. Tell them I sent you.